If we may for a few moments dwell on the relative merits of Westbrook and Joe Blanton tonight. Westbrook got 16 ground ball outs out of his 21 outs, struck out 2, and the A's had real trouble elevating the ball. He had one exceptional defensive play that helped to a double play that turned back one of the only serious bids the Athletics had to score tonight. Meantime, Joe Blanton took a little while before he got into the rhythm of the game, during which he gave up a run in the second inning. But after the third, when he gave up a one-out double, from that point on, only two other batters, one by hit and one by a walk through his 7 innings. He worked 103 pitches tonight, and in the last 4 innings had a great rhythm going, reminding him very much of the way he was in his effectiveness and his style back in the month of June when he went 5-1 for the month. And that bids well for what the A's have to face down the line with the stretch drive of 62 games still to go. And Westbrook, well, that spoke for itself. It took a long time before he was able to beat the A's. He made 6 starts against them before he won in that game back on the 29th of April at Cleveland, and now he's 2-0 this year against the Athletics. Early in the ball game, it looked as if Blanton maybe would be shaky enough that he would be more than just vulnerable, because he walked the leadoff batter, Sizemore, who stole second base. And then the third hitter was Johnny Peralta, who shows great promise. He bombed one out last night, and he got a lot of this one. Double play deep up the middle for the A's, and the pitch by Blanton. Swing, there's a high drive to center. It's a well-hit ball. Payton has a long run. He's at the warning track. He leaps, makes the cut to step in front of the wall. And back to first base comes Grady Sizemore. Peralta gave it a big ride to center, about 15 feet to the left of the 400 mark. And tracking it down was Payton. He made a jump, came down just in front of the barrier. And we got a good idea of what was in store from Westbrook tonight when he retired all 3 batters in the bottom of the first by way of ground ball outs. And then the command problem that Blanton had in the early innings hurt him in the second. His fastball was not as much of an effective pitch as he would have liked it to be, and later he went to his breaking pitches for the maximum effectiveness the rest of the night. But in the second, he walked Broussard, and then with 1 out, he walked Aaron Boone, bringing up Jeff Lieber, returning to the majors for the first time since 2003 after Travis Hafner went on the DEL, and he made an impact in his first at-bat. And Blanton, again, not really getting ahead consistently at all. 2 balls and a strike. Swing, there's a high drive. That hit pretty well to right center field. Going to be a long run for Swisher. Still going. Bounces high off the wall. Backed up by Payton, fielding it, firing back toward the infield. Here comes the throw to the plate, and a slide, and out! Trying to score all the way to first base is Boone after Broussard had scored the first run. The A's had an opportunity in the second inning, but Westbrook slammed the door. Chavez doubled to right field, and that was as the leadoff man. Hatterberg worked him over to third with a ground ball out, but then Westbrook struck out Kelty looking with a 2-seamer, got Johnson to ground out to short, and the A's missed a golden opportunity. An opportunity for Cleveland in the third when Chris, with 1 out, doubled and went to third on a wild pitch, but Blanton began to find his rhythm there, struck out Peralta, got Martinez to end the inning, and after that there was nothing in the way of a threat except a 1-out double by Martinez in the 6th inning against Joe Blanton. Meantime, the A's, in the 4th inning, tried to take advantage of an error by Boone on Ellis' ground ball that allowed Ellis to reach leading off the inning. After Crosby forced Ellis at second base, Eric Chavez drew a walk. Hatterberg was up, and here's where Peralta made his glove a big factor in the game.
The 2-1 pitch on the way, hit up the middle, back at second. Peralta's got it, backhand flip, belly yard, 1 on the first, double play, a brilliant double play. 6-4-3 turn by Cleveland to turn back the A's in the bottom of the 4th. The shortstop, Johnny Peralta, going back at second, and a backhand flip to belly yard as Cleveland turns a 6-4-3 as the A's are out in the 4th, and after 4, 1-0 Cleveland.
After Kelty singled to open the A's out of the 5th, Westbrook called on his best friend, the sinker, once again. Got Dan Johnson to ground to second, 4-6-3 double play. And that was the last threat the A's had until the 9th inning. They would not get another base runner as Westbrook worked through 7, and Bob Howry came in to set down 3 batters in the 8th. That was right after Jay Witosik took over after Blanton's 7 innings, and Wachasik was facing Sizemore at the top of the order, the first man he would confront tonight. Count 1-1.
And here's the 1-1 pitch with Tasek from the stretch. And Jay delivers, and a breaking ball ripped deep right. Swisher back. He's going to watch, and it is gone. A bullet to right field by Grady Sizemore, his 10th home run, and no doubt about it. And now it's 2-0.
And Wachasik had to wiggle out of trouble as a walk and a single provided a further threat, but he did get out with no more damage. And in the top of the ninth inning, Kiko Calero gave up a couple of singles separated by a double play ball. And with 2 out, Rincon came in to face Sizemore, who singled, putting runners at the corners, but he got Chris to fly out. So the A's came to the bottom of the ninth inning, needing 2 runs to keep the hopes for the extension of the winning streak alive. And things looked promising when Swisher hit a rocket to the right field corner, but Blake's good play off the wall held him to a single. That brought up Jason Kendall. But right now, the A's 2 down, the pitch. Swing, and there's a soft liner to right. Base hit. Swisher moves up 90 feet to second base. So at least the A's have the tying run aboard. Back-to-back singles against Wickman here in the ninth inning. And at this point, fans were nurturing the idea of a heroic finish against Bob Wickman, the closer who had started the inning. Ellis was up trying to move the runners up, but he failed to do it, and then with 2 strikes, worked the count to 2-2, and Wickman got him to chase a high fastball for strike 3 swinging. Crosby flied out to center field, and quickly the A's were down to their last out, but the way Chavez has swung the bat in the series, fans were still nurturing that hope for the big hit. Swisher still at second, Kendall at first. Swing and a high pop-up down the left field line. Going out is Peralta from short. He makes the catch, and the Indians end the A's winning streak at 7, shutting out the A's tonight as Bob Wickman gets the final out in the ninth inning after a superb pitching performance by Jake Westbrook. 7 innings, 16 ground ball outs. And it's enough to beat Joe Blanton, who was fine at his own rate. 7 innings, 3 hits and a run, but he's the losing pitcher. Final score, Indians 2 and the A's nothing. And Ken will be back with the entire scoreboard report right